Hey everyone, this is Curtis Buck with Campground Studios, and in this video I want to introduce you to the new PACamping.com dashboard and profile editor for the website that we're developing that will be going live a little bit later this year. If you were at the regional meetings earlier this year, you would have already gotten a sneak preview of what those new profile designs look like, and even a sneak preview on how to edit those, make some changes, what that dashboard looks like. With the email you will have received regarding the new website, I wanted to make sure everybody had this tutorial video to refer to so that you can kind of get a good overview of understanding the new profile tiers, the new listing tiers, how to make changes, how to upgrade your legacy profile, and just make the distinction between all of that stuff so that you could get in here, roll up your sleeves, and feel comfortable with updating your profiles so that you have the new designs working for you when the website goes live in December. I'll address my voice quickly. I'm fighting a cold over here, so I know I sound a little bit like I've got a scuba mask on, but we'll push through, and hopefully this is going to be a helpful tool for you. I'm going to go through and I'm going to just build out a sample profile, basically exactly as all of you guys will see it when you first log in. And I'll take you through all of the steps so that you know exactly how to make changes to different parts of your profile and understand the difference, as I mentioned, between the legacy profile and then the different listing tiers that are available for you to upgrade to. So I'm going to get logged in here with a sample profile that we've got to work with. This is going to be using Buttonwood's assets. So I'll just be doing this as if I was Buttonwood Campground logging into their profile for the first time. Your email is going to be the same email, same username that you would have had on the existing website to log into your profile. The password is going to be the password that was included in the email. Everybody's got the same password right now that was necessary because all of your passwords are encrypted in the old system. They'll be encrypted here in the new system, but we just had to give you a blanket password, and then we're strongly advising everybody change that password to something unique for you. I'll go ahead and put that password in and hit log in. When you get into your profile here for the first time, you can click this little hamburger menu up here in the left, and that will give you a change password area. If you go ahead and click on that, all you'll need to do is just type in that password that was in the email, which is your current password, and then you can put in a new password, repeat it here, and hit update password, and that will give you your new password to log in with in the future. There are a couple of requirements on this. I think it needs to be at least 8 characters and maybe 1 special character, but the system will tell you, and you can find something that'll work there, update the password, and you'll be all good to go there. And you can click the hamburger menu, you can click home, and it will take you back to your profile editor. So let's get into this. Everybody, to start, is going to have a legacy profile. And that's really important to understand because when we brought everything over from the existing website, we had to make sure that everybody's information was going to copy over so that we didn't go live. If people didn't make any changes to their profile prior to going live with a new website, we didn't want you guys to lose anything. So we came up with a special profile design that has all of that same information that you have on your current profiles on the existing website. And I can click view profile here and show you exactly what I mean. This is what everybody's profiles look like right now. This is the legacy profile design. You have your region up here. There's a default header image here and your campground name and information, prominent link to your website, the same overview text that you would have had in there. Photos, if you have any photos, there aren't any photos in this particular one, but if you have photos, they will appear in this section. Your logo and the relevant buttons here. And then your bullet list information, accommodations, services, amenities, just that same stuff that you would have had on the other profile, okay? So this is a legacy profile. That's what this looks like. That's what everybody has right now. And what we want you guys to have the opportunity to do, which is why you've been sent this email, is to upgrade this profile design, this legacy profile design, to the new profile designs that we have implemented and created the editors for in your dashboard in order to be able to capitalize and take advantage of that new design that we have. So what do those new designs look like? Well, I'll show you right here. When you log into your profile, as I mentioned, which is a legacy profile for everybody, you're going to have this select a tier area. And this is going to give you a little bit of explanation. It's basically the same explanation that was in the email that you received, where you can upgrade or downgrade your specific profile. It's important to understand that your profile editor, when you first log in, which is a legacy profile, you've basically got two sections, okay? Your legacy profile editor is going to be here at the top, and this is going to be where you will change any information that you need to change in your legacy profile. All of this information that's imported over from your current profile on the current website, you can make changes and modify this. If you don't make any changes to your profile design, that is to say, if you don't upgrade to the new profile designs that we've built prior to the website going live, when the website goes live, it will go live with a legacy profile just like this. If somebody clicks on your campground from a search result in the front end of the website in the Find a Campground area, they'll come to your profile, and your profile will look just like this. It'll look just like with the same information that you have on the existing PA Camping website, okay? And you can edit that information if you don't upgrade to the new designs. You can edit that information using this area here. This welcome area is going to control this information right here. Your legacy profile features accommodations bullet list, okay, that's going to control this area right here. I can come in here if I wanted to add, let's say, fiber optic Wi-Fi. I can put that in there. It will add that to that list. It's going to get that little notification up there that it's saved, and if I refresh this page, you can see that it's added it right here, okay? So everything in your legacy profile, you can edit and make changes to. If you don't upgrade it to the new profile designs prior to going live, you can still edit this and make changes to it, okay? I'm going to remove that. That's going to take that off of there. Again, if I tab back over and refresh this page, it'll go away. Tabbing back into the editor. Okay, so let's explain these new listing tiers right here, okay? Your free listing included with your membership, this is what most of you are going to have. This is what most of you have on the existing website. There is going to be a new design for the free listing that will include these features. You can see right here, there's the live demo button, and you can click on that and take a look at that, and it will show you what this will look like. So it's basically the same information, roughly the same information that you would have used to build your existing profile on PACamping.com currently, but it's going to have the new profile design. Large splashy images, multiple prompts to get people to your website, basic information with photos and amenities, and then your footer. We really have made a concerted effort to drive as much traffic to your website as possible, because that's where you guys are going to see the benefit from being listed on PA Camping. And so even the free level listings with the new design, it's going to be very engaging. We're encouraging you to make it very engaging image-wise, as much as you can, even if it's the free tier, to have people visit your website and complete a booking, okay? So we're going to close that out. That was the live demo for the free listing. The featured listing has everything in the free listing, plus these additional features to add to your profile, okay? And it's important to note, if you're already a featured campground on the existing website, you'll be able to select this option in your dashboard and upgrade to this profile without any additional charge. You can work all of that out with the PACoA office, but they understand that making an upgrade to this featured listing, if you're already a featured campground, there's no additional expense to that. You'll be able to maintain your featured listing. You'll have the same featured listing functions in terms of where you come up on the Find a Campground page. You'll get that priority listing there. And then you get some cool additional stuff in your profile design, okay? So it's similar right now to the free tier, but as you get a bit further down, you get the option to put in a big video here. You have the option to integrate a campground map. You have the option of integrating different ways to camp, and all of these individual elements can link to specific parts of your website if you want to do it that way. You have more options to include more paths to your website, basically. So that's the benefit of the featured listing. And then the enhanced featured listing, which is going to be a new offering for PACoA members. It's going to allow you to add more videos. It'll give you a testimonials section, a nearby attraction section in your profile. You'll receive the featured campground badge, but then you will come up even above regular featured listings. Being an enhanced featured listing, you will appear at the top of the search area and the area locator. So you'll get the top priority result, being an enhanced featured listing. So we can take a look at a live demo here so you can see what that design looks like as well. Again, big featured campground badge here, but it's the large splashy images. It's encouraging people to get to your website. It's welcoming them into your campground. Again, additional videos here. The map section, amenities and on-site fun section, different ways to camp. Now we get down and you get testimonials, people saying great things about your campground. You get to add 5 nearby attractions, things that are close to this campground, and you'll have a button here to view more attractions near this campground, and you'll be able to click on that, and it'll take you to a portion of the website that has attractions near your campground within a certain mile radius. So it's really built out to encourage people to see everything that your campground offers, as well as come up priority in search results for people searching for specific things or a specific region within the state. So if you're interested in becoming an enhanced featured listing, when you start making your profile upgrades, you can select this one here, and then circle up with PACoA about getting your profile upgraded that way, okay? So want to make sure you guys have that information. All of this, again, is still within your legacy profile editor, which is what you will see when you first log in to your profile on the new website. You'll have this information, which controls the info that's right here, again, and right here as well. This is going to encourage you to select your tier, so that's the area we just covered. And then as you scroll down a little bit further, it's just this additional feature editor to have all that information be updated in your legacy profile. Okay, so the question then is, all right, I want to upgrade my profile from a legacy profile to the free listing design, okay? By default, the free listing is going to be selected in your dashboard. That's why this one is in green. I've showed you if you scroll down in your dashboard editor, you have the sections here to control your legacy profile, right? If you continue to scroll down, you're going to see this section titled New Profile Features. New Profile Features is going to be the editing section for controlling your new design. And by default, it's going to be the free listing. So when you first log in, everybody's a legacy profile, right? And you have your legacy profile controls here, and you have your legacy profile controls right here. If you keep scrolling down, you'll find the new profile features section. And what these sections are going to do is they're going to control the new content for the new profile designs, okay? So you can come right in here and you can start filling out content. You can add your gallery, you can add your amenities and on-site fun section and put those elements in, and you can save it so that it saves those elements and it saves that content for the new design. What you'll need to do, and we've detailed this in the email as well, and I want to make sure it's clear here. When you begin making changes under the new profile area, it's going to be adding in the content that will appear in the new profile design. And again, I want to show you what that new profile design looks like. If I click Live Demo, it's going to be adding content for this area, okay? You will not see this profile design associated with your campground until PACoA makes the change in their login, in their portion of the dashboard. They control what level profile a specific campground, what level listing a specific campground is going to have. So like I was saying, where everybody is a legacy profile by default, you can immediately begin putting in the content for the new profile design, and you can save all of that content, but you won't see that reflected in your actual live profile until PACoA makes that change in their dashboard. And that's just so that people aren't upgrading all the way to the top, free of charge. You're going to need to handle the upgrades and billing associated with that with PACoA and with their office. But by default, you can come right in here and you can scroll down to the new profile and begin putting that content in. And so I'll show you what happens with that area. If you decide, you know what, this new profile design looks awesome, and I want to get some of these features in here as well, and I want to be a featured campground for the search results. You hit the select button, boom, it changes this one. This is now the listing level that you're going to have. You're going to be a featured listing. And when you scroll down under new profile features, additional sections are going to appear for you to edit. You can turn that on and you can begin adding a video. You can turn this on and you can begin adding your campground map. And so on and so on. Ways to camp section appears. You can turn that on, begin adding that content. If you choose to go to an enhanced featured listing, you can hit select. You scroll down under your legacy profile controls, and with the new profile features, you'll be able to add even more content. The testimonial section appears. You can turn that on, begin putting that content in. The nearby attraction section appears. You can turn that on, begin putting that content in. So what level listing you have selected in this area is going to add additional controls under the new profile feature section further down in your profile editor. If that gets confusing for anybody, you can always skip back, watch this section again, and just see how selecting the different tiers changes the content that you have available to edit in your profile editor, okay? So that's important to understand. And I also want to make this distinction. Once PACoa makes the change on their side and says, okay, we've got everything worked out with your account, you're now approved as a featured listing, they're going to flip the switch on their side so that your profile becomes live on the campground as a featured listing. When you hit view profile, you're not going to see the legacy profile design anymore. What you'll see is this design, whatever design is consistent with the listing level that you've selected. And at the time that PACoa does that and the legacy profile goes away, all of the legacy profile controls will go away, and you won't have quite as much detail on this page. All these legacy profile features, all that stuff will go away because you won't have a legacy profile anymore, and you won't need to edit it. It will just be all the new profile content, okay? So I want to make that distinction clear as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here as Buttonwood Campground, and we're going to add content just like they would as a new campground, as someone like you logging in here for the first time and making these changes. So by default, your logo is going to be in here. If you delete the logo, you'll have a little button here that says click to add logo. You can click to add it. It's going to pull up your media library. By default, there's going to be a couple of items in here already because of what we ported over from the website. So there's your logo. You can select that. It's going to put that right in place. When you make a change, you're going to want to publish your change, and that'll save it to the profile, okay? Same deal with your contact information down here. All of this stuff, phone numbers, emails, website address, if you need to change any of that, it's very easy to just in here, type new stuff, and then you can scroll up and hit publish, okay? Easy to change. We're going to go ahead and build this out as an enhanced featured listing, okay? I want to have this selected because I want to show you how to make changes to all the parts of the new profile design. So I'm going to have this selected by default, which is going to give me all of these new control areas down here to fill that information out, okay? So we have this welcome section, all right? This is going to control the area that I showed you on the new design, this area up here. Close out of this, make sure I've just got the one tab open, okay? So here's the welcome section here. That's that image. You can click this, select that in your media library, hit select, boom, it's going to pop that in there. You can put this information in here. You can change this information here if you want. And you'll also notice that we've got these pro tips sprinkled in here, okay? This is going to have to do primarily with the pixel size of the images you should use. It's going to help it display the best in all environments, because one thing that we've also made a point of is making sure that this area is as mobile friendly as possible. So that means specific image sizes. If you're not super familiar with how to make things specific sizes, you don't have to worry about it that much. Any picture that you take with your phone nowadays, if you can just get a nice shot of your entrance or the pool area or a part of the park that is really appealing or pretty, especially if it's got happy faces in it, which we strongly recommend, it's going to be more than big enough to work in this area. That's why we say use high resolution images for best results. So, um, and if you're not savvy with your phone or taking pictures like that, I'm sure you've got kids or nieces or nephews or grandkids. There's somebody who's capable that way and can snap pictures and help you get them on the computer so that you can upload them into your profile. But we're really, really encouraging people to do that because images, good images, dominate the internet these days. The better your imagery, the more engagement you're going to get, the longer people are going to be on your profile, the more clicks you're going to get through to your website from PA Camping. It's proven science. It's proven internet behavior. The better your images, the better your media, the more traffic you're going to get, and that's why we've designed the new profiles the way that we have to drive as much traffic to your website as possible. Okay. So that's going to control that main area. We'll skip over the legacy profile features here because we're not going to need those anymore. And we're going to start adding in the new profile features, okay? So let's get started by editing the videos section right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this add video button right here. And it's going to pop up, paste the YouTube or Vimeo link here. By default, this system is going to generate a thumbnail automatically from the video that you choose. You can also choose to upload your own video thumbnail if you have a specific image that you want to appear on the profile. But by default, the system will generate a thumbnail to automatically fill that area. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to paste my link in right there. It'll pull a still from the video. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and now that video is embedded into that area of the profile. I'm going to go ahead, I'll hit add another video just so that you can see what it looks like for this purpose. I'm going to use the same URL because Buttonwood has the one video. But if you had multiple videos, if you had testimonial videos or anything else like that that you wanted to include in there, this would be a great space to do that. So we'll leave those two videos in there for right now. We can see that this section is going to be active because this switch is toggled on. And we'll go ahead and scoot down to the next section. I do want to highlight these pro tips as we go through them. Choose a high resolution video that shows the experience of your campground in 2 minutes or less. This in particular is a good encouragement that again is based on what we know about web use. 2 minutes is really at this point stretching the boundaries of people's attention spans on the web. If you can keep people on your video for a minute to a minute and a half, that seems to be about the sweet spot. You can absolutely communicate your campground experience in that window of time, and you'll keep people you'll keep visitors sticky on that profile or on your website with that range. So that's just the kind of pro tip that we're going to be throwing in here. Just little bits of knowledge like that we've learned in our experience that we think are going to be helpful for you in optimizing your profile. All right, so we'll scroll down next and we'll hop to the gallery section. So this is going to be by default 6 images. You can add more images with the enhanced featured listing. By default, the 6 will come up, and on the actual profile itself, you'll be able to scroll through and see more images even with the gallery open. If you click here, you'd be able to keep going and see more images populate in this space. So we'll come down to that photo gallery area. We're going to hit click to upload. That's going to open up your media library right here. The media library tab right here by default is going to show images that have already been uploaded. So it'll show your logo right here. It'll show the image that's been uploaded to the header area. Default images is a tab that we're going to be populating out for you shortly. We'll have some nice placeholder images to fit specific areas in case you guys are having trouble finding images that you want to use, especially some of the full width images. So that's a little feature that'll be coming soon, but that's what that tab is for. So this is your media library by default. It's going to open up on these images that have already been uploaded. If you want to add a new file, you're going to click upload file, and then you'll have the select file button in the middle. So that's going to open that up. I'm going to go to the profile assets right here. I've got the gallery images that I've already added in. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select the first one here. That's going to upload that. I'm going to click that. I'm going to hit select, and it's going to paste it in that first area, okay? So I'll just go ahead and I'll repeat that process for these other files right here. It's really great if you've got your images built out ahead of time. You'll also see in this area here, add your logo in your corner to reinforce your brand. We're big proponents of that. We do that on all of the campground websites that we do. And the reason for that is because when you search for specific terms or things like that in Google, Google also looks for images that are tagged the same way, okay? We tag all of our images that we upload with metadata, and when it returns results that are relevant to what people are searching, your images will come up and they're going to come up with your logo on it. And it's just a great way to reinforce your brand, establish your brand through SEO. And again, we're big proponents of having your brand known in the marketplace, wherever, however people find you. And that's going to be no different for Pennsylvania camping. The system is going to automatically tag these images with metadata that's going to help in search terms. And if your logo is on there, that's going to be useful for making sure that you come up. Okay, so all of those are in place. At this point, you could go ahead and hit publish to save your work. If you wanted to add more images, you could add another image. It will make these ones smaller so that you know they're going to come up as smaller thumbnails in the profile area. I'll tab over right here. They'll come up smaller, and that way you know the order of how stuff is going to appear in that area. I'll back off these quickly because we're not going to fill those out at this point, but that's how you edit your gallery section, okay? This little marker is going to come up here. It says galleries updated, and we'll scroll down to the next section. So this is your campground map section. This is going to be this area right here, okay? There's going to be an image that you'll need to upload for this full width. We really encourage using a nice image of the property, whether that's the office, an area of the park that you think is really pretty, maybe some of your premium sites, something that displays really nicely. Big wide image. We've got in the pro tip right here the size that works best, 1920 by 600. Again, doesn't have to be exactly that, but that does get you the best results for all screen sizes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click to upload image. Again, it's going to show you your media library. It's going to show you files that you've already uploaded. We're going to tab over to upload file. We're going to select the file, and I'm going to go back to where I have this one. So I've got map background right here. I'm going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to upload it. It's going to put in place there. As soon as it populates, I'm going to click to select it, and then I'm going to hit select down here in the right, and it's going to fill it into that space, okay? This is the title area, map title. That's going to be this text right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to paste in the text that I want in that specific area. Map body, keep this to roughly 300 characters. That's going to be this text right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to paste a nice message in there. You'll see for this one that the text that we're using is to promote their interactive map. Buttonwood has an interactive map that we built for them that allows you to view any part of their park by using a 360 image. The reason I'm pointing that out is because you need to showcase what is specific to you. You need to showcase what particular elements you have. If you just have like a map PDF, then you'll want to modify this text to showcase that. But if you have something like an interactive map or other tools to help people see where things are in your park, title it. Use that information. Showcase it in here so that people are prompted to click on it and see what you're about. Again, this profile is about driving people to your website. So whatever you can do to convince people to make that click and get into your environment, you're one step closer to getting them to book, okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste in the link because that's going to take them to the page on your website. That's what this button does right here. That's what this area does right here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and save map info. Success, map is updated, this section is finished. This pro tip is going to reflect what I already spoke to you about. Make sure you mention the title, encourage people to click, okay? Amenities and on-site fun, that's this area right here, okay? Now, some of you are probably going to be saying right off the bat, whoa, this area is so small, I can only say a few things. Why can't I make it bigger, put more items in? What we're rolling out to start is we want you to highlight your 12 most important things. 12 is still a pretty good number, but we're really working off of website traffic and website user behavior for these things. People just scroll past big long bullet lists. They do. It's how we interpret data. It's how a new generation of campers is interpreting data. They don't read long lists. You need to get their attention. You need to get their attention quick, and you need to highlight your biggest points and prompt them to click on another link to go somewhere else. We don't want to give them the whole kit and caboodle at this point. We want to convince them to view more and go to your website. So highlight your most important things. Highlight the biggest things that people come to you for that are at the campground. And you've got this list right here. This section right here is going to control the left side amenities. On-site fun on the right here, that's going to control this list right here, okay? So we'll go ahead and we'll add the first amenity right here. It's going to be stock campground store. We'll paste that in, we'll hit add, and that's going to add that right there. Now, I want to call your attention to this pro tip here. Use descriptive words with your amenities to help users better understand your experience. We want you to get creative with these, get engaging with these, help people understand the experience that you offer. Don't just say store, say stocked camp store. Help them anticipate the experience that you offer. And for that amenities list, try to be more conveniences, accommodations, things right here. On the on-site fun side, this can be more of the fun things that you have to do at the park, okay? So let's just go ahead and we'll fill out these lists here with 6 each. Stock campground store, we'll do golf cart rentals. Buttonwood is pet friendly. We'll put pet friendly in. They have clean restrooms. We'll go ahead and we'll add that. Convenient laundromat. They've got that. We'll put that in. They got a large rec hall, so let's put in a large rec hall, and we'll put that there. So there's a full 6 amenities. Let's hop over now to on-site fun. They've got a swimming pool. We'll add that. River tubing, that's always fun. We'll put that in there. Mini golf, that mini golf course there is a lot of fun. Pedal carts, always a good time. Laser tag, that one's good. We'll add laser tag. And the fishing pond, you got to do that. Got to have fishing on your camping vacation, right? Okay, so there's 6 amenities, 6 on-site fun items. Those are going to populate right in this area, right here, just like that. Make sure to add the link to the amenities page on your website where you've got more of these items. If there's more things that you want people to see, that's the place to do it. Showcase the highlights. Give them the cream of the crop right off the top. Don't give them a full long bullet list. Give them these items right here, and then let's get them to your website so we can get them in that environment, get them one step closer to booking, okay? We're going to click save after we paste that link in there. That's going to tell this area right here where to go. If you hover over this item, you can see in the lower left part of my screen, right down there. When I hover over it, it's going to tell you where it's going to take the users. It's going to take them to the amenities page on Buttonwood's website. Okay, so that section is done. Now let's hop down to ways to camp. That's going to be this area right here, different ways to camp. You can have up to 5 different items here. You can have as few as 3. We recommend doing at least 3 just for presentation. So even if that's just RV camping, tent camping, and seasonal, try to get at least 3 different styles in there just so the images present well. They'll automatically adjust and respond to this area. So even if you only have 3, they'll stretch across the screen and fit so that everything looks nice and balanced. But that area will dynamically respond to the amount of content that you put in, okay? Ways to camp, this is toggled on, that's ready to go. Let's add a type of camping. This is going to pop up very similar to how the videos area worked. So first thing we'll do is we're going to add an image. It's going to come right here. We're going to upload a file. We'll hit select file, and we're going to go ways to camp. First one we'll do is RV. So I've got my RV image here. I'm going to pop that in. It's going to load it in. I'm going to select it in the media library. I'm going to select it here, put it in. Type of camping text, that's going to be this information right here. So what we want to do is just put in the words RV camping right there, okay? And then link the camping type on your website. Every one of these buttons has the potential to go to a different part of your website if you want. So if you have your cabins, for example, on a different page than your RV camping, you can customize that in this back end. For Ryan, he has all of his specific types of camping on the same page except for seasonal. So I'm just going to select his rates page, and I'm just going to paste that in there. And that will serve as the link for this area. When you click on this, it's going to open up his rates page on his website. So I'm going to hit save. First type of camping is in there. Let's add another type of camping. We'll click that button. We'll come here. We'll open up the media library. I'm going to upload file. Next one we'll do will be cabins. So let's put in a cabin shot. Select that. We'll title this cabin camping. Again, we'll put his rates page in there. That's where it's going to we'll want it to go. We'll hit save. That'll add that to the list. Let's add another type. Let's do his tents. Same thing. Click the image, go to Upload File, select the file, find your tent image. We'll go ahead and we'll pop that in. Wait for it to upload. We're going to select it and then select it. We'll do the same thing. We'll put in that link that we need for going to the tents page, so that area works. I kind of skipped over the title, so let's make sure we put the title in there. There we go. We'll hit save. Tent is in there. Looking good. 1, 2, 3. Let's do another one. Add another type of camping. Glamping. Let's do glamping. There's glamping. Select that image here. Select it here. And then we'll put the title in as well. Buttonwood doesn't actually have glamping yet, but we did want to just illustrate this for demonstration purposes so that you can see the different types that you can add in and then how it will present. We'll do one more. We'll promote the fact that he's got seasonal. So we'll come in here, select a file. Nice picture of a person in a golf cart, kind of showcasing the seasonal experience at Buttonwood. That's always nice. And we'll go seasonal right here. And then we'll link to his seasonals page on his website because he's got a dedicated space on his website for that particular camping type, okay? So this is going to say ways to camp updated. All of that's successfully saved. And this is what all that will look like in that area. And again, you can see that if I click on cabins, for example, it's going to take him to his website, and it's going to open the types of camping on his website in a new tab. Perfect. If I want to go to seasonal, I'll click on that. Boom. Takes us to the seasonals page. Doing exactly what it needs to do. Driving people to your website. That's what this is all about. Ways to camp. That is all done. Let's scroll down a little bit further. Go to testimonials. 2 or 3 here is fine. They'll cycle through automatically, but it's going to be this section right here. And again, you just want to do a brief little hit list of some of the really nice things that people have had to say about your park, right? It's the best way to convince somebody. Word of mouth and then customer review, testimonial. We put so much stock in that stuff nowadays. It's one of those things that's still authentic, it's still genuine, and people place a lot of value on it. So we'll just pop in the quote right here. You pop in who it's from right here. Easy peasy, wherever that quote is from, whatever you want that quote to be. Pop that right in there. It says choose up to 10. You certainly don't have to do that many, but you have the option of doing that many with the enhanced featured listing, which this is a function of, okay? And that's all that does. It's going to be right in here. That'll automatically scroll through. We'll just put those 2 in there for right now. Pretty easy to make those adjustments. And again, any of these options where you have the toggle switch, right? If you are in the enhanced featured profile, and you're like, I don't want to put any testimonials in right now, I don't have reviews that I'm happy with, for whatever reason, you can toggle that off and it will disappear, just collapse right here. And this whole section will just collapse in the profile. It won't even appear. But later, if you've got a couple testimonials that you want to pop in, you toggle it back on, you hit publish, and you're good to go. Nearby attractions, that's going to control this area down here, okay? So we'll go in here, similar function, you should know the drill by now. We're going to add an attraction, and it's going to pop up an area right here. So grab an image of a nearby attraction. What are the 5 things, what are the 5 biggest reasons that people come to your campground as far as the area is concerned? Not specifically what your campground offers, but things to do in the area. For Buttonwood, we're going to select Port Royal Speedway. We'll do that one first. So this is going to be very similar to the ways to camp. We'll put in the title, and then we're going to link to Port Royal's website. Hit save. It's going to pop that in just like that. Important note too, anywhere you see the box or the pencil, anywhere in this profile builder, if you've got something in there, if you've put the wrong name in, spelled it wrong, want to do a different image, no problem. You just hit edit. You can delete the image out and put a different one in. You can change the text here and then hit save, and you're good to go. This little area right here will tell you that it's successfully saved what you've changed. Let's go ahead and add another attraction. Let's do the Midway Drive-In Theater. So we'll click here, upload file, and we'll find the Midway Drive-In. That's going to be this guy right here. Select that image, put that in. Let's go ahead and put the title in. And let's go ahead and put the link in. We'll hit save, add it to the list. Let's do one more. We're going to get all 5 in here, and we're going to go through this process just so that you can see, get familiar with how this works. It becomes muscle memory pretty quickly. You can, if you've got your images saved ahead of time, which I really do recommend doing, finding the images that you want to use, kind of organizing them into little folders, really helpful, and it really makes this upload process pretty quick and easy. Knoebels is added. Let's add the last one. It's fairly close to Gettysburg, so let's go ahead and add Gettysburg. It's going to be that image right there. We'll select that, put the title in, and the link so that they can find more information about that if they want more. Awesome. Another pro tip, images display best at 400 by 300. These are small images. These guys aren't super big. So you're not going to have a problem finding images, generally speaking, that are large enough to fit that. But 400 by 300 is a pretty good, it's a pretty good size to keep in mind. You want smaller images so that they load quickly and so that they work good at different screen sizes. So again, that's why we've included that in that pro tip. If you need help sizing these to 400 by 300, there's a lot of great resources for just easily cropping down images to a good size that you need for that area. You can also link to nearby attractions on your website if you've got a page on your website where you want to do that. Buttonwood does have a page for their nearby attractions on their website, so we're going to paste that in and we're going to hit Save Link. Google Maps section. Use this link. Use this section to link your Google Maps listing on your profile. So after you've got this done, you can see this button is going to take you to more attractions there. This is the Google Maps area. This is how this is going to populate. This is dynamic. It's interactive. It gives you the information about the campground. This has been auto-filled from a previous edit that we did on this, but I want to show you specifically how to do this. We have the pro tip detailing this, but it will be awesome if you can follow along with this in the video. So you can find the embed code iframe by visiting your business in Google Maps, clicking the Share button on the left tab. Open the pop-up box, select Embed a Map, copy the code, and paste in the section above. So what does that look like? Okay, well, let's go to Buttonwood Campground. We're going to come right here, and this is their Google Maps area right here. Okay, this little icon specifically shows you the Google Maps feature, and so if you click on that, it's going to take you to the location in Google Maps. This is where we want you to be. Okay, it's going to show you the campground right here, information to the left. What this is referring to with the Share button is this icon right here, Share. It's going to be right under the name of the campground and the reviews. You've got directions, save, nearby, send a phone, and share. When you click share, you're going to see this little pop-up and you're going to see the thing that says embed a map. If you click embed a map, it gives you the iframe information right here. This is what we want. This is what's going to help you embed it into your profile. So if you click copy HTML, it's going to copy all of that code. You're going to come right back into here. This will be blank. Right click, hit paste, and it'll paste that code right in. When you save your work, it'll populate all of that. Boom, there it is. And on your profile, you'll have it all right here. So that's everything. That is every part of the new profile design, how to build it out. Again, we went with the enhanced featured listing so that you could see all of the different sections that you could update and make changes to. Make sure we had those covered. By default, like I said, most people are going to be in here with a free listing, and there's only a few sections to do, those first few sections that we've covered. The featured listing, those of you who are already featured campgrounds, you'll be able to upgrade to that without any additional billing. The enhanced featured listing, as discussed, you'll have to make arrangements with PACoa to handle that. But I wanted to give you the full tutorial on how to edit all of the new sections that come with the new profile design. I want to reiterate that even with all of those changes made, all of that content put in, and the enhanced featured listing area selected here, if you click view profile, you're still going to see the legacy profile until PACoa approves those changes from their side. Okay, even though you've got all that content in, and everything is in place, you're not going to see that on your live profile area. Even with it published, you're not going to see that until PACoa has made the change from their side. A feature that we are working on and will have in place shortly is a preview feature, which I know a lot of you are going to be asking for, but you'll be able to basically preview all the stuff that you're adding in under the new profile features. You can always look at the stuff that you've changed on legacy because the legacy version is the live version, but as you make changes to the new profile area and upload that content, you'll have a preview button that will allow you to see what that's going to look like as if it was published, even though it won't be published again until PACoa makes that change on their side to push it live. I think that covers everything. We're really excited for you guys to get in here and start trying this out, start adding content. We have contact information available in the email communication that was sent. If you have any issues, run into any bugs, anything unexpected that happens, if you need clarification on some things. And we'll also be available to build out your profiles for you, soup to nuts, for a nominal fee. If you're interested in that, you can also reach out to us through that email communication, and we can arrange how to take care of that for you. But we're very excited for everybody to get in here, start making changes, start making updates, and get ready for the website to launch this December with as many of you upgraded to the new listing designs as possible. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and we're looking forward to everybody getting in here, working in their new profiles, and utilizing the new design to drive more traffic to your campground.